I'm Jeff Bradshaw from Redneck Restorations. This old truck brought to you by wind noise and bad lighting. Well, a little while ago this happened. A startling new development. Just something else to fix. That looks like a 5/8, and that looks like a 1/2 inch. No, that looks like a 9/16. That looks like a 1/2 inch. What else we got milling around in there? There's got to be an electrical lead. Yep, that's 5/16. What's outside? Well, those look like about 13/16. And then there's some bolts in there, and them's 9/16. Well, we'll get at it. That's the best you're gonna get. I can't see nothing now. Like one of these I thought was a 1/2, and that's not it. Now I don't see it. Oh, they're all 5/8. Why? It's a 5/8. I have no concern whatsoever about any pressure being here. Been a couple of years now the brake lights have been staying on, but only with the key on. Ooh, a copper line. This truck is originally equipped with copper lines. They have since been replaced. With the exception of this one I see, all that copper is still underneath here in the frame rails. I could almost purchase a couple gallons of fuel with it. I yanked it all out of here. What's this in the way? Trailer brake. There's a pair of glad hands attached to the back of this. And the air brake lever on the dash. I hadn't thought of it, but the air brake lever was about halfway down. I kind of never noticed it. I don't know if that'll turn the brake lights on or not. This truck doesn't go anywhere. Stays right here to home. Well, this is going to be fun. That is not a swivel fitting. It's up at the controller. They're free! Free! Yes, 5/16. It looks like it's just the other two air lines outside. I'm wondering if I give myself more room by dropping it down and then taking the wiring off, or whether it'll just cause problems. Oh, there's a third one. If I put the light in there where I can see it, I can't see past the light. Don't be 11/32. Don't do it. Oh, I should have known. Barely tied at all. If I could have got just a little more bite with that 3/8. That one fell down behind. Let's see, this here red wire goes to the front one. These here two black wires. Oh, I see. I see. Got my other wire back there. Top of the brake flat switch proper. This one's gonna fight me all the way. 5 minutes just to spin off one nut. Okay, so it was only like 2 minutes, but it seemed like 5. I wonder if the bolts are going to break off in the aluminum housing. I wonder. Where will I find another? One more line goes to the air pressure gauge. Ah, nicely. Just kidding. Alright, let's go hammer some bolts from the outside. Oh, got 2 lines to remove. Oh, it is the original copper line. Wow, now. 7/8, by the way. Okay, looks like there's only 3 bolts holding it in. The nose ring done come off my Milwaukee. Oh, so far we haven't broke one off. whoever we is. Last moss. Can I get there from here? Lay loose. Oh, where's another air line? No, it's not attached to anything. What's this one? There is another air line. What's that? Can't see it. Only feel it. 9/16 maybe? Will it come out of there far enough to get to it? I can't see. It must just be caught in the insulation. Or, no, it's hanging. I didn't pull the air lines down outside. They must lift to get off the air lines outside. Now the copper one doesn't want to let go. Who'd have thought? It's in such a way that it's got that flange sticking out from the firewall, so you can drag the nice soft brass threads up across it to make it harder to thread the lines back on. Well, it's going to be either you or me. They can't get in here, and it's going to be you. There we go. 9/16. The Leatherman. Oh, you thing, you. What's this? There's another little capillary tube. What's that going to be? I want those pair of pants. Fortunately, I have an 11/32. Oh, and that's a 5/16. Yeah, oh, okay. Fortunately, I have a 5/16. I wonder what the capillary tube is for. This air gauge only has one needle. So, and this line doesn't want to come off. Oh, can you see? Here we go. It's twisting the air line. Say it isn't so. That almost looks like a couple days worth of work. Octopus. Holes covered. We shall first remove the major incrustations. See how much better it looks already? Just so you know, that's all I'm doing. Cleaning right up. I just want to get rid of any loose, flaky debris that might want to migrate itself inside. But that will do. Pig. It has been over 40 years since I have received training on brake treadle valves at NBC Tech, now known as UNOH, in the truck drive train and brakes class, taught by one Mr. Jim Fox. So, principle. You have a diaphragm in here, just like a regulator on a propane or oxygen or acetylene bottle. So as you push on the diaphragm, it opens a little valve. The diaphragm's connected to a valve. As you open the valve, pressure works on the other side of the diaphragm to push it back closed. So when you open it so far and the pressure comes through, then it closes the valve, then there's only a small amount of pressure on that side of the diaphragm that you're putting it to, and that's the same amount of pressure that's being applied to the brakes. So rather than just being a small hole and bleeding the air through, which will continue to bleed through until it equalizes the pressure on both sides of the hole, the diaphragm closes off the valve. So in that event that you want to release the brakes, well, then you need to dump the pressure off of it, and that dump valve is right here. Well, that's the check valve for the dump port. That's the dump port, not the dump valve. Okay, so I see on here I have these metal tabs. One there, one there, one there, and this is like a clip. This is staked. These have like one-way clips on them. That tells me that it's spring-loaded under here with a degree of spring tension that is not like your carburetor accelerator pump spring. Oh, I can't get the box end on that one. Oh, good. So my problem lies right here, whereas the oxidation of the iron and the oxidation of the aluminum has fused itself together. I don't know what's inside. I do know that the brake light stayed on, but as I spoke of earlier, I don't know if that was a function of the brake, the trailer brake lever, because it was halfway down and I didn't know it. So all I really need to do is get this broke free and I'll be good to go. However, yeah, that's some pretty good spring tension. However, I need to check for the internal corrosion. I really don't want to pull this whole thing apart, but I will if I have to. Oil, that's a good sign. That's what we want to see. Tennessee? Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. If you saw the previous episode, you'll know the park brake is wanting to stick as well. Well then, I think I'm just going to clean the plunger and call it done. Given the amount of oil that I'm seeing inside here, I think we're pretty good. I don't see any oxidized aluminum at all on the inside. Don't know how good that makes me feel. I need some penetrant. This is my new favoritist penetrant. It's not a plug, it's just a fact. Except there's no pressure left in that can. And it's the only thing I have left. Got some on there. Now let's see. I need a hammer and a socket. Ever so gently. The plunger's down against the roller, so I'm knocking the housing down over the plunger. Until such a time as it bottoms out on the roller. And if I could stick something in there, like a nut. Okay, maybe a 3/8 nut. Like it. Uh-oh, now I can't get it out of the socket. What a perfect fit. Cleaning. What to do here? Dremeling. That's odd. I've never heard Dremels misfire before. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lubing. Whenever you're dealing with silver antices, You might as well just stick your finger in it, because you're going to get it all over everything anyway. There's just no avoiding it. It ain't going to take much. Just want to prevent the corrosion from reoccurring. I think we have accomplished that, whoever we is. Yeah, that'll do. Big. Equal length bolts. Start them all before you tighten any. Wendell. Click, click, click. That's aluminum. Don't get crank happy. I'm wondering which one of these is my brake light switch. It's got a little wobbly thing here. Let us test. We select ohms. Ohm. And select beepage. And select beepage. That'll be interesting. Well, that's got to be accurate, huh? Nothing there. Closed circuit to ground. I don't know if it's supposed to be normally open or normally closed, because generally brake light switches pass power through. I wouldn't think that it would go to ground. This is off the line for the trailer brake, so I would just about think this is the one, and that my trailer brake was on, which is why my light stayed on. I don't want to put it back in here to find out, or put it back in there to find out. I guess I'm gonna have to gotta. That's tomorrow, but for you, it's in 3, 2, 1. I can't see it. Start them all before you tighten any. Well, you know, this bracket has never done anything, but it'll just lay in the drawer. It's aluminum. It's most likely a clamp went on there for the speedo cable, which has likely been gone for years. Click. Click. Why, the lighting is amazing. Jam that thing up under that dash like that. Let's see. Let's hear a piece of the wiring. Wait, how'd it go? That one went up there. These two went on here. Ah! Didn't last long. Probably never get to wedge it again. How did I have it in there? You got it. You just gotta find your way to wedge again. Ooh, maybe. Supposed to get a nut on that top one before I lose it. I don't knock my light down in the process. Well, trying to miss one. Never to be retrieved again because it's brass and you can't pick it up with a magnet. No, do not do this to me. There it is. Now, how do I prevent this from happening again? I can't find a comfy way. Look. I'm gonna drop it again. Well, I'll get them all started anyway. I know I dropped one when I took this apart. It was precariously perched upon the brake pedal. And I spun the brake pedal around the circle. But it was over the floor here. So you would think it would be on the floor here. Click. Losing all my good light wedging spots. Mr. Heavy Chevy, I hear he's a wedging legend. Ooh. Click. The other one's got some rough threads. I'm going to wrench it all the way down. And click. Ah! Oh! Everything, just that little bit hurt my shoulder so much. But it did. So, let's see. This hose needs to go out of the way. I can't move the other hose up there because I'll lose my light wedge. Click. Where's the next one? Click. I'm sure there's another. The one that goes here. Where are you? Can't be that one. I would think it would just be hanging around down here. Nope, I can't move. Well, let's see. I can't see it here. I don't see it there. There was one, wasn't there? Now I gotta go looking for it. Well, I have wedged the airline in above the brake treadle, between the brake treadle and the bracket for the steering column. If I have to pull this thing back down to get the last line on, I will not be very happy. However, I see a remedy. Connect the other end. Start them all before you tighten any windle. So this is a copper line right here in the way. And that has to go up and in. Yes, it's working. No, it's not working. I don't see any threads disappearing. Try to get my hand in here. You gotta go. That's the best you're gonna get. One hand has to do this while the other hand does that. Now the threads are disappearing. 5/8. Click. Back to the other end that you can't see, and I'm not gonna move the camera because I'm tired of being under here. Click. Now this got a good, better than 24-hour charge on it. We shouldn't need our Topdon jump box. 3,000 imaginary amps. Colonel. One of you guys' favorites right there. Click. Click. Okay, so in our last episode, we ran out of fuel. I was parked on an incline. There's only 4 inches of fuel in the tank. It all went to the back of the tank. Uncovered to pick up. I'm sitting fairly level now. At least I got 4 inches in the front of the tank, so it should pick it up. Neutral. Oh no! There's a hissing noise coming from behind the dash. There's an air leak. Well, there's no fuel vapors coming out of the stack. That means there's no fuel vapors going into the engine. There's no atomized fuel coming out of the stack, which means there's no atomized fuel going into the engine. But I've got a massive air leak, probably at the air gauge anyway. Well, you got to see a throttle replacement. Be happy, because I'm not. So, until the next episode for Redneck Restorations This Old Truck, I'm Jeff Bradshaw. Bonus footage. That little capillary line off the treadle was indeed the line that goes to the pressure gauge. However, I can't condemn that line just yet. I really got to get it fired up. So we're going to save some battery. I know all you die-hard true diesel guys, suck it in, get your head back. You don't want to use the snort. It's old, tired Detroit. Low compression, don't worry about it. 2 count. Now, does that sound to you like it tried to bend a rod? Gut in, shoulders back. Trying to start it, just trying to save battery. Yes, I could get a priming pump, but you don't need to. There you go, there's your bonus footage. This old truck. Oh, you want to know if the brakes work? Not a bad idea. Or shall we put you? Goodbye. Perfect. Just perfect.
Hi, I'm Jim Bradshaw, Redneck Restorations. This old truck brought to you by ElderlyIron.com. Brought to you by something else. Hurt myself.
See if the 3/8 will get it. If it's loose enough. No. No. You're kidding me.
That's what that noise was.
Which way did it go? Which way did it go? It's the disappearing block of wood. Oh, come on. Took it off with you. I can see that's cross thread. Good thing. Good thing. This is the way we turn our boat. Turn our boat. Turn our boat. Now will the socket go on? Yes. Well, all right. Aluminum, aluminum. There's your start them all before you tighten any lesson for the day. Oh no. Where is it? Must have done something. This is so much easier to do when you're not trying to film it. No! No, you must go. You must go on. I can't hold myself in this position any longer. Well then, I'll try it like this. Oh, if you can see where I am, I'm up against the driver's seat, as tight as I can be, sitting on the rocker, with the other leg down on the fuel tank, and the sill plate is digging right into my leg plate. And the sill plate connected to the leg plate doesn't feel good. What?